Well, hello there, Virgo. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, today we are going to take a look at November. We'll jump into this. Keep in mind that it is Mercury retrograde, okay? So, this is going to affect you significantly. Almost all of November is Mercury retrograde. And then we also have Scorpio season. We're already in that. And then we'll be moving into Sagittarius season towards the end of November. So let's jump into it. Let's see what is on the horizon for you. Peacock spirit, let it shine. Wow, gotta love that. And solitude and silence, peace prevails. Okay, I actually am going to switch them because I feel this is your energy, Virgo, okay, the Hermit energy. But this is the number 46, and 4 plus 6 equals 10. There's something that you have to allow yourself to let go of, okay, in order to be able to shine, okay? And this it could be a job or a person, okay? But I feel with this card, it's more of a habit, a routine, a mindset, a belief that you have that in November you are going to see clearly, especially in that Mercury retrograde, right? Things and people and situations from the past return, and they don't have to actually return in the physical. It can be in a dream or in a situation that reminds you of that, or all of a sudden you just think of that person or that situation in order to help you to see something a little bit differently, and how perhaps a belief that you have about that person, about yourself, about the world, about that situation is literally holding you back from really and truly stepping into your power and shining brightly. So it's kind of like allowing yourself to recognize that the obstacle is, the energy here is that the obstacle isn't outside of you, okay? There could be a person or a situation that is mirroring something to you that is helping you to understand that the obstacle is in you, as far as the way that you're seeing something or thinking about something or something that you believe. Yeah, and it's really and truly allowing you to figure out what it is that you really and truly desire. I think you're holding yourself back from, okay, truly shining who you are, stepping truly into what it is that your heart desires. You see with this peacock, the heart is kind of highlighted there. Allowing yourself to no longer go back and forth. I feel like you're going back and forth. Back and forth. You're almost like, I totally understand this. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. It's kind of like allowing yourself to go back and forth. You can't make a decision about something. It could be you're even kind of like doing a lot of research or asking a lot of people what they think, right? It's kind of like she's looking in this book. What does this mean? How does that affect me? Or why did that person do that? Or whatever. It's kind of like your soul is asking you, right? The truth is coming out. It's not, whatever this is, it's not outside of you. It's within you. Allowing yourself to recognize this is your soul evolving. This is your soul growing. You're allowing yourself to see this situation in a different light. And because of that, you're no longer going to hold yourself back. You're going to start allowing yourself. It's all internal conflict. All three cards, internal conflict. So you have the 5 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and you have the 8 of Swords. So the 5 of Wands is that energy around fear of competition, fear you're not good enough, right? I can't decide. You see how she has like 5 chess pieces there. She can only take 2 of them, right? And it's kind of like, I don't know, which 2 should I take? And just like that energy of not being able to make a decision because you want to make the perfect decision, or, well, what happens if I make the wrong decision? Allowing yourself to recognize that you're holding yourself back from choosing a path and allowing yourself to shine on that path because you're having trouble choosing the path. It's that type of energy. Do I go this way or do I go that way? But understanding all this is wishy-washy energy. Kind of interesting. Gemini had a little bit of that. Kind of like wishy-washy. It's kind of like, okay, it's time. Spirit's kind of like, yeah, it is time. It's time to make a decision. You're sitting in this cage trying to figure it out. But Spirit's like, the longer you sit there, the harder it is to take action, right? It's a little bit of tough love because you really are. You're holding yourself back. Seven of Swords is the fear of making a wrong decision, fear of not being good enough when you put whatever this is out into the world, right? Whether this is a job, you're launching a new business, a relationship you'd like to get involved in. It's just kind of like allowing yourself, this would be if it's relationship, you're on one of those dating apps, right? And you keep going back and forth. Well, I don't know, which one should I, it's kind of like, okay. Meanwhile, all of the things that you're thinking about, all the options that you may have available to you at this time are finding other people that want them. It's kind of like a little bit like, have you ever gone to that ice cream store where you can get a little sample and then there's always somebody in there that wants like a sampling of every single kind. And then, oh, wait a minute, let me go back to the first one and try that one again. Meanwhile, 20 other people have chosen what they wanted and they're off enjoying their ice cream. And you're still, right, trying to choose what ice cream you want to purchase. This is the energy of allowing yourself to recognize how you are holding yourself back from taking action, not because of other people or the circumstances you're in, but because of the fear, okay, of not choosing the right path. I think it's really about choosing the right path. If you choose the strawberry ice cream, you're going in this direction. If you choose the frozen yogurt, you're going in this direction, right? It's allowing yourself to recognize it's time to make a decision, because when you make a decision, the wheel turns for you. That is why it's important. It's kind of like, I feel like Spirit is saying it doesn't even matter anymore what decision you make. You're putting so much emphasis into making the decision that you're just closing other options off. Okay, it's kind of like the wheel can turn for you when you allow yourself to say, okay, I'm going to make a decision. I'm making a decision and I'm choosing to be happy with that decision. Perhaps that's it. Maybe you're afraid, I'm going to make a decision and then I'm going to regret it. Maybe you made a decision some time ago and now you regret that decision. So it's kind of like, okay, well, I can't make any more decisions until I know it's the right decision. I used to have this friend and we would go out to dinner. There'd be like 8 of us. And he would, everybody would order at the table, right? And we would pass him the first time, everybody else would order, and then it'd come back to him and he'd be like, I don't know. Can you give me a few more minutes? And it's kind of like, we've been sitting here 10, 15 minutes. He had the menu. It's kind of like, he'd be like, well, I'm down to these 2 choices. I don't really know. The waiter might even, give a suggestion. Well, I don't know, can you get everybody's drinks and then come back to me? Meanwhile, the rest of us are wanting to eat, right? You could be even frustrating some people in your life because it's like, just make a decision. Because the truth is you're going to be fabulous at it when you do make a decision. It's kind of like allowing yourself to make a decision and be happy with that decision. And just say, I'm sitting here with this decision. I'm going to put my all into this decision. You could be even juggling two different things. Like if you're trying to launch, you have two business ideas and you're going back and forth, but you're not putting your full energy into one of them. So neither one is really taking off. Same thing if in romance, right? You can be dating two different people, but you're not allowing yourself to commit to either one. This is the energy of making a choice, committing to it, and moving on, putting your time and energy into it, because you have the divine masculine energy here as allowing yourself to say, it's time for me to shine. And the way to shine is the universe is behind you. It's like allow yourself to make a choice so the universe can come in and provide the people, the opportunities, the resources to allow you to be successful in it. But first you have to decide a path. I know that's hard, Virgo. I really feel like, it's not going to help in November because your Mercury retrograde is going to cause you to go back and think about those choices that you made in the past that maybe you are regretting. Okay, so maybe allowing yourself to reframe those choices in the past that ended up in a disappointment. Is there something that you gained out of that? Allowing yourself to recognize, yeah, I gained. Okay, yeah, maybe it didn't work out the way that I really wanted it to, but guess what? It did lead me to this, or it did allow me to grow in this way, or I learned these skills, or I met these new people, or whatever. Allowing yourself to reframe, perhaps, choices that you made in the past that didn't work out the way that you wanted them to, and to recognize that's okay. Right? Because there's still something that you gained out of it. You could be kind of like comparing, right? Comparing what somebody else got out of the situation to what you got out of the situation. But asking yourself, well, why did I make that decision? Why did I choose that? Right? Did I choose that out of love or did I choose it out of fear? Now, if you chose that out of fear, a decision from the past, that is your lesson. This time it's about choosing what you really and truly desire, going in the direction that your heart is desiring to go in, instead of, right, with the loving man, gender doesn't matter. It's like I'm choosing out of love this time. I feel like maybe you had made a choice in the past out of fear, and now you're regretting that choice, but understanding you gained a lot of wisdom out of that, because now you understand about the importance of choosing from the viewpoint of love. If you haven't read the book, Love is Letting Go of Fear by Gerald Jampolsky, it's kind of an older book. You might even have it on your bookshelf. But that's a great reminder of every decision that we make is either based in love or fear. If you feel like perhaps you did make a past decision out of fear and you're in this quandary of going back and forth between two things, make the decision out of love this time. That is what helps you to step into this beautiful energy. All right, so let's pull a soul truth card for you, Virgo, and I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Yeah, am I apologizing for my truth? You have the truth be told here, right? It says, today be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. Okay, the message I'm getting here is kind of interesting. I think your truth is that you do regret a choice you made in the past, but it's almost as though you don't want to admit it. I can see that in my own life, right? But it's kind of like when you just allow yourself to tell the truth. You don't have to tell it to anybody else. This is like telling yourself the truth of why you made that choice, that you may have made that choice out of fear rather than out of love. You made it out of fear of losing something or losing your stability or losing a person, instead of love for yourself and love and trusting yourself and trusting the universe. And so it's kind of like you may have made some other decisions since then that are based on that main regretful decision that you made. And allowing yourself to recognize you're just compounding, right, the anguish. It's kind of like allowing yourself to say, I'm going to be truthful with myself. If I'm truthful with myself, I'm going to say, in hindsight, I understand that I made that choice out of fear, and that led me to disappointment. I was trying to keep myself safe, and in the end, it backfired on me. This time, I'm going to make a choice out of love. Even if I have fears or anxieties that it may not work out, I'm going to choose because it's something I want rather than out of a sense of fear of losing something or fear out of I want stability. This time I'm going to choose because it's what I really want. And even if it doesn't work out, at least I can say I went for it, right? And that's the difference. That is the difference. Allowing yourself to say, I want to go for it. Even if it doesn't work out, right? Although you don't want to plant that seed, but it's kind of like, yeah, I will regret. I think it's the energy of understanding you will regret it if you don't go after what your heart truly desires. That when you come to the end of this lifetime, you will say, I wish I had gone for what I really and truly desired, instead of living a life on trying to stay safe, trying to stay secure, right? And I totally can understand that and relate to that. So I'm sending you so much love and hugs, Virgo. Please be kind and gentle with yourself as you're going through this, right? Allowing yourself to recognize you're making a huge amount of progress by allowing yourself to tell yourself the truth. You don't have to tell anybody else. This is you telling yourself the truth. And then allowing yourself to make decisions moving forward based on love for yourself and what it is that your heart truly desires. All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. Much love and light. Thank you so much for all your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.